Hello everyone, hope you all are fine and doing wonders at your home. So actually this today's video, we are not going to discuss any new topic because we have completed the chapter successfully. So we will be discussing the remaining parts like keywords and we will be discussing the exercise of the first chapter. Okay, fine. So I will start sharing and let's go. So I hope that you can see you are on textbook here, NCRT. Fine. Let me select some sketch color here. Fine. So here we will discuss now key words actually. Okay. So autotrophic. Now what do you mean by autotrophic? Autotrophic is a mode of nutrition where the organism synthesizes their own food. Autotrophic, automatic, autotrophic. Okay. Chlorophyll. Now chlorophyll is wait a second, I will use highlighter instead of this. Chlorophyll. I think highlight is not visible much. Huh? Chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is the green color pigment present in green plants as well as, chlorophyll is a green color pigment present in plants and algae. Okay. What is its purpose? It does photosynthesis. Fine. Heterotrophs. Heterotrophs are those organisms which depends on other organism for their food needs, for their nutrition. Host, I told you, right? Remember, in parasite, for example, if a leech is sucking blood from your body, leech attae is sucking blood from your body, then you are the host and the leech is the parasite. So parasite host. Okay. So host is the organism from which it is parasites getting energy. Insectivorous. Now, insectivorous plants here we have discussed. Those plants which trap insects to get nitrogen from them are called insectivorous plants. Nutrient. Nutrients, you know, right? Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, all these are nutrients which plants require, okay, for the proper growth. Just like we require carbohydrate, protein, and all, right? In the same way, they also require. Nutrition is the process by which they get energy, okay. We have already studied nutrition definition. We have studied, same definition you can apply here. Nutrition, the process by which food is taken in and is utilized by the body to get energy. That is related to the animals. In plants case, nutrition is the process by which plants synthesize their own food and utilize the food to get energy. Okay. Parasite. I told you parasite already is an organism which steal food from another organism. Means it might suck the blood from your body, it might or feed from inside your body, etc. Photosynthesis again is a process undergone by plants and algae by which they prepare their own food with the help of chlorophyll, sunlight, etc. Saprotrophs are those organisms which actually feed on dead and decaying organisms. Saprotrophic mode of nutrition is a type of nutrition in which organism feeds on dead and decaying organism. Stomata is a special structure present in leaf which is involved in the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide as well as water. So these are the keywords. Now we will go 1 second to the summary. All organisms need food and utilize it to get energy for growth and maintenance of their body. Okay, so actually why organism need food to get energy? Green plants synthesizes food for themselves by the process of photosynthesis. We have discussed that, right? They are autotrophs. Green plants synthesize their own food by the process of photosynthesis and they are called autotrophs. Plants like Cuscuta parasites, they took food from the host plant. I showed you, one Cuscuta plant, yellow color wrapping around the plant. Cuscuta is a parasite which takes food from the host plant or tree. Plants use simple chemical substances like carbon dioxide, water, and minerals for the synthesized food. See, plants actually are able to synthesize their own food, and they use very simple things like carbon dioxide, water, and minerals. They don't need anything else. Okay, fine. Chlorophyll, water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight are the essential requirement for photosynthesis. What are the requirement for photosynthesis? Chlorophyll, water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. And what are the raw materials? Water and carbon dioxide. Raw materials are materials, okay, which is required. So raw materials are water and carbon dioxide. But what are the essential requirements? Chlorophyll, water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Sunlight is not a material, right? So we cannot consider as raw material. Understood? Then complex chemical substances such as carbohydrates are the products of photosynthesis. You know the photosynthesis, that reaction, do you remember? CO2 plus H2O gives C6H12O6 plus O2. This C6H12O6 is nothing but glucose. Solar energy is absorbed by the chlorophylls present leaves and leaves of the plants. You know that solar energy is absorbed by the chlorophyll, green color pigment. Oxygen is produced during photosynthesis. You know that the one of the byproduct of photosynthesis, oxygen. That oxygen only we inhale. Oxygen is released during photosynthesis, utilized by living organisms. Just now I told you the same point. Many fungi derive nutrition from dead and decaying organisms. They are called saprotrophs. I discussed fungus and other. There are certain organisms which feed on dead and decaying things. Such type of mode of nutrition is called saprophytic mode of nutrition or saprotrophic mode of nutrition. A few plants and all animals are dependent on others for the nutrition and are called heterotrophs. See, I told you some plants like cuscut and all, they are depending on other organism. They're parasite. Just like we are dependent on other organism, right? We cannot synthesize our own food in our body. We need rice or something else, a food which is a living source, which was once a living thing, but we are eating it later on. So such organisms are called heterotrophs. We are heterotrophs. Now the exercise. Now today I will be not be asking questions because you'll be discussing the entire exercise. So I want you people to write these exercise in your classwork. Okay, fine. Listen to me, listen to the answer and copy it. Fine, clear? First question. Why do organisms take food? Why do organisms take food? Answer is, what is the answer? Yeah. First I will describe, then I will tell you. See, organisms take food to get energy. That is the simple answer. That's it. Organisms take food to get energy for surviving. Okay, so you can write your own answer with your own words. Organisms take food to get energy. That is the answer for the first question. Second question, distinguish between, I will use one pen here. This question I'm going to discuss now. This question I already discussed. Distinguish between a parasite and saprotroph. A parasite and a saprotroph. Okay, so you can make a table or you can separately write. It's up to you. A parasite is a organism which steals the food from other organism. Steals the food from another living organism. A parasite is an organism which steals the food from a living organism. But at the same time, saprotroph or saprophytic or saprotrophs are those organisms which take the food from dead and decaying organisms. Saprotrophs take food from dead and decaying organism. Parasite takes food from a living organism. First difference. Then a parasite never kills the host. A parasite never kills the host. Actually, leech cannot kill you completely. If leech kills you, how will get energy? Right? That parasite host relationship is such a relationship that parasite will never kill the host. Understood? So parasite never kills the host. Saprotroph, already the organism is dead. Okay, already the organism is dead. Then what else you can say? The difference. Saprotrophs are called as cleaners of our environment. Saprotrophs are called cleaners of our environment because they clean all the dead and decaying thing. Parasites are not considered as cleaners of our environment. So three difference, more than enough. Okay, so I'll be discussing, if I discuss everything, it will be difficult for you to write. So I'll be discussing, say for example, till sixth question. Okay, and next part, next video, I will discussing the later parts. Fourth question, give a brief description of the process of synthesis of food in green plants. So basically here you need to explain about photosynthesis. Green plants have a green color pigment called chlorophyll. They use this pigment to trap sunlight, and with the help of sunlight and with the help of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, they synthesize their own food. The process is called photosynthesis. That's it. Again, I'll explain, or you can rewind and listen to my voice again. But again, I'll explain. Green plants have a specialized pigment called chlorophyll. With help of this chlorophyll, green plants trap sunlight. Trap, T-R-A-P, trap sunlight, and and with the help of carbon dioxide, they synthesize their own food, and that process is called photosynthesis. That's it. Fifth question, show with the help of a sketch that plants are the ultimate source of food. Okay, here you need to draw a sketch. In that sketch, you should explain that the plants are the ultimate source of energy. See, actually, before going to that question, see, right, for example, we all eat rice, isn't it? We all eat rice. Now, from where this rice is coming? Rice is coming from paddy, right? Paddy is grown in the farm, right? And paddy is nothing but a crop, a plant. In the same, take any other example. Okay, say for example, chicken. You all like chicken biryani or chicken curry, right? Whatever. Chettinad chicken, right? Famous one. So you like chicken, right? Now, chicken actually, when chicken was alive, that time it used to feed on worms, isn't it? Worms. This worms, right? Chicken used to feed on the worms. The worms used to feed on what? Plants or leaves, isn't it? See again, the ultimate source of food is again plants. Plants don't feed on other organisms. They actually get energy from sunlight. So in both the case, plants are the ultimate source of energy. So you need to, what you need to do is, you need to draw, say for example, draw plants at the center, a plant at the center, and show the arrow mark. From the plant, grasshopper eats the grass, or say for example, a cow eats the, or a goat eats the leaf, and the goat is consumed by human. So like a, understand a food web. Okay, draw with the arrow mark and show that. That's it. Okay. So last question, sixth question, is a fill in the blanks. Green plants are called dash since they synthesize their own food. Green plants are called autotrophs since they synthesize their own food. Answer is autotrophs. Okay. B, the food synthesized by plants is stored as glucose. So now one thing, this thing I didn't explain much because that was not given much in the food. See, when we eat food, of course, we convert that food into glucose, and the extra glucose is stored in our body in the form of fat. Are you? One second. In our body in the form of fat, right? That's why those people who eat more than enough food, they become fat, isn't it? But in the plant's case, the excess food synthesized converted into starch, is converted into starch, not fat. Okay, so starch in plants and fat in animals. So the food synthesized plants is stored as starch. Okay, here starch will come. Third question, in photosynthesis, solar energy is absorbed by the pigment called chlorophyll. Easy one, chlorophyll. Last question, during photosynthesis, plants take in dash and release dash. During photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide, okay, and releases oxygen gas. Okay, so that's it. So you complete first 6 questions. The next video will be completing the next video. Okay, next questions. Okay, fine. So be safe and be happy. Okay, so Anurag signing out. Bye.